Thank you, Izzat, for the introduction. As Izzat said, it is our 15th webinar and 15th online event in Cloud for Work. We are really looking forward to deliver this webinar. So our topic for today is how to achieve better business results by empowering your employees with Microsoft Viva. So we are talking about a win-win case where we can achieve better business results when we take a look at it from the top management view. But on the other side, we are providing our employees with the tools that can help them during their daily activities. So as introduction, this is myself. My name is Abdullah Lattouf. I'm a customer success manager in Cloud for Work, where I'll be mainly specialized in managing cloud technologies and change management projects. Izzat has already introduced himself. So please, if you have any questions at any time, just feel free to put your questions in the Q&A, and for sure we will answer your questions one by one. So our agenda for today, we will start with a Viva value proposition, where we will talk a little bit about the challenges that the organizations face. And in addition to that, how we can map those challenges to our Viva solution. After that, I will take you in a Viva deep dive, where we will go about the main features available in each one of the modules available in Microsoft Viva. Then I will pass it back to Izzat so that he can help us and give us a recommendation on how we can deploy Microsoft Viva and about the next steps in this online event. So one more time, if you have any questions, any inquiries, just feel free to put them in the Q&A. So I believe after COVID-19 and post-pandemic, everyone became aware that the driving force of any business is the people. And I would like to start with a couple of statistics so that we can be on the same page. So starting with the first statistic related to employee engagement, 86% of the top performing companies has reported that the digital training programs has boosted employee engagement and performance. So this is number one. Number two, related to employee satisfaction. So 94% of the employees who has participated in this survey has said that they would stay at a company longer if the company has invested in them in terms of learning and development. The third point, which is highly engaged employees are 12 times less likely to leave their company. So that was from the employees side. Now let's take it forward from the top management side, where organizations with highly engaged employees have 21% greater profitability. And you can see the references for each one of these statistics. So we are talking about how we can have a win-win case to have a better profitability, at the same side to have a better engaged and satisfied employees. So the top organizations challenges that the organizations are currently face worldwide are mainly related to the following. So first one is people are feeling disconnected, and especially after shifting to remote work, where nearly 60% of people say that they feel less connected to their team after shifting to the remote work. So this is one of the top organizations' challenges available worldwide. In addition to that, the burnout is being a very well-known global problem, where 85% say that well-being has declined. In addition to that, 56% say that job demands have increased, and this is related to the hybrid work. In addition to that, let's go to the third statistic for today, and just imagine that people spend about an hour each day searching or recreating information. Last but not least, CEOs are concerned about the talents and skills, where they say that they are concerned about the lack of essential skills in their workforce, especially when we take a look at it in terms of the future growth. So 79% of the CEOs has agreed on this point. So we have those challenges. Those are from the top challenges that the organizations are facing. Now we would like to map those challenges to its solution. But before that, let me tell you a little bit about the solution that we are proposing today to help us to overcome those challenges. So we have the Microsoft Viva. So Microsoft Viva includes 4 modules: Viva Connections, Viva Insights, Viva Topics, and Viva Learning. Each one of those modules is helping us to overcome one of the challenges that we have just talked about. So Viva Connections will help us in terms of the people disconnection. So we will provide them with a one-stop shop that can help them in terms of culture and communications. For the burnout that employees are currently facing because of the hybrid work, so Viva Insights will help them to increase their productivity and even to improve their well-being. Let's go to the third module of Microsoft Viva, which is Viva Topics, and it will help us in the challenge related to searching for knowledge and recreating the knowledge, where employees are currently spending an hour a day searching or recreating knowledge. So this is for Viva Topics. Last but not least, which will help us for the challenge which is coming from the CEO's concern about the skills that they have in their workforce and how we can move it forward and really upskill our employees so that they can fit with the future growth. So let's map those challenges to our solution. So the people disconnection, this challenge can be overcome from the Viva Connections. Viva Insights can help us in the burnout problem, which is a very well-known global problem. Viva Topics will help us in the challenge related to the time spent from the employees, where they are searching and recreating for the information. Last but not least, the Viva Learning, which will help us to upskill our employees. Now, let me take you in a deep dive in all of those modules so that you can get to know each one of those modules in more details. So let's start with Viva Connections. So Viva Connections, it's, as I have mentioned before, a one-stop shop for our employees to be connected with their teams, where they will be able to take a look at the latest news and updates. This experience that we are currently providing them, this is a tailored experience that will be totally customized for each target segment that we have, each target group, depending on the role and the geography. And in addition to that, this experience, which is coming in the Viva Connections, coming from Microsoft, can be branded. So each organization will be able to put their name, their icons, their colors, and their logos to reflect the organization's identity. Just imagine that the Viva Connections can be even available from the mobile, can be opened through Microsoft Teams as well. So you will have ready components that you can utilize, but in addition to that, you will be able to create your custom contents and custom components that will enrich the experience for your employees. So let me show you a quick video that can give you a better idea about Viva Connections. So this is Viva Connections. You can see that we are currently opening it through Microsoft Teams, and we can have the same experience from the mobile or even from office.com. You can see that we have the latest news and updates with a modernized banner available. We can even scroll down to see the company's feed. This feed, as we have said before, it's totally personalized depending on your role, your title, or even your geography. You can have access to the dashboard that it's available up to the right. Once you scroll down, you'll be able to see even the insights and the tasks and the latest news and company events available. So just keep in your mind that this experience is available from the mobile with the same experience. So you'll be able to see the dashboard that you can currently see on the right. You can see the feed where you can scroll down to see the latest news, company's updates, or even events or announcements. And you can even go forward to the company resources. So this is mainly the Viva Connections. You can see now the dashboard where I can take a look at the rewards, the coveted check, or even to have an overview about my tasks, or even to submit my expenses if I want to do that. In addition to that, we can have many other integrations available. You can see the Yammer, where I can ask my leadership a question, or even to request some time off from the Viva Connections. So keep in your mind that this experience is totally customized for every role available. So this is one of the integrations available with Microsoft Shifts. We are taking an example about the retail staff as an example, but just imagine that your use cases or your company industry can fit and customized with Viva Connections. So we are currently integrating Viva Shifts, Microsoft Shifts, and we can integrate any other application. So our frontline workers or even our retail staff will be able to clock in and clock out from the Viva Connections itself from the dashboard. So this is mainly the Viva Connections that can help our employees to be more connected to their teams with the latest news, latest updates. And in addition to that, they can have a quick access through the dashboards and links that we have through the mobile experience and through the laptop experience. So this is a quick overview about the Viva Connections. Just if you have any questions, any inquiries about Viva Connections, just make sure to mention them in the Q&A. So let's jump forward to our second module for today, which is the Viva Insights. Viva Insights, I will start with a quote so that we can be on the same page. If we can't measure it, we can't manage it, and we can't improve it. So this is the main concept of Viva Insights, which will help us to quantify the impact of work on people and businesses. In addition to that, it will deliver personalized insights, managers' insights, and leadership insights. And this will help us to address the complex business challenges that our organization face. And due to the data and insights that we can see, we can move forward with solutions that are data-driven so that we can make sure that we are overcoming those challenges that we face. So as I have mentioned, we have many kinds of insights available. We have the leaders' insights, the managers' insights, and the individual insights. So for the leadership insights, they will be able to understand the impact of work on people and business. So they will be able to see statistics and insights related to the organization, resilience, empathy, or even the challenges that the organization might face. The great thing about the Viva Insights that it will not only give you the insights, it will even recommend some actionable recommendations that you can follow. So for the manager insights, it will give some insights to the managers so that it will help them to make sure that their employees are way away from the employees' burnout. Last but not least is the individual insights, where it can help the employees to improve their productivity and nurture their well-being. So I will take you now through each one of those insights so that you can get to know each one of those insights. So starting with the leaders' insights, as you can see, I'm opening the Viva Insights from Microsoft Teams. You can see that I have many insights available about the agility, innovations, effective managers, efficiency, and keep in your mind that Microsoft is working intensively even to increase and add more insights that can help the leaders to better manage their organization. So let's start with this page, which is the outcomes. You can see a couple of statistics. It's like an overview page, and then you can choose one of the tabs or one of the insights available. So currently we are in the organizational resilience. So you can see the percentage that we can see for our organization that we have, for example, 62% of employees have less than 15 minutes of one-to-one time with their managers. So this is one of the things that will be related to the resilience and the empathy. And Viva Insights is showing us the best practices in terms of empathy and resilience, and it's giving us a recommendation so that we can boost up this insight. So this is one of the examples available in the Viva Insights. We have many more available that we can choose to see the best practices related to them, and even to see the recommended plan from Viva Insights so that we can directly work on it and use it so that we can later on see the difference between what we have done and what our work and activities has impacted this insight. So let's move forward with the manager's insight. So we have many insights available that can help the managers to better manage their teams. And one of the most important insights that I normally focus on, which is the employees burnout. So you can see that 60% of our team is working after hours for more than 1 hour each week. So this will affect their productivity. So maybe today they have worked extra hours, but in the next day, they will not give you the same performance if they have a work-life balance. So using this insights, we can get to know and compare between our teams and the teams like mine in the organization. I can view the best practices related to the employees burnout, and I can even view the recommendation plan that I can follow. So this is a great insights related in the Viva Insights, because it's not only giving you data and it's not only giving you information and insights, it's even providing you with some recommendation that you can follow and even the best practices, so that it can help you in this topic. So we can even start the plan and we can move forward to enhance and prevent our employees from the burnout. So that was the second type of insights available. Now I'd like to move forward with the personal insights that you as an employee in the organization that you can utilize. So the same experience, I'm opening Viva Insights from Microsoft Teams. This is the home tab. It's telling me good morning to start with the good vibes. It's asking me every day, how am I feeling? So it will help me to better understand my emotions across the days. And we can drive, or let's say map those emotions to the driving factors so that I can have a better well-being. I can even praise my colleagues. So I can directly just press on send praise so that I can praise my colleagues for their work and show gratitude. I can even take a break in the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, or even in the middle of an hectic day, so that I can take some time for myself as a 1-minute breathing so that I can come back more fresh. I can even protect time for my learning, or even to have an integration with Microsoft To Do that show the tasks that has been assigned to myself. So this is the reflection of my emotions across the days, so that I can take a look at it and know what are the driving factors related to my emotions. As I have said, I can praise someone and show gratitude in a one-to-one chat, or even in a Teams channel that includes myself and the other colleague that I want to praise. I can even go to the second tab, which is Stay Connected. This tab will help me to improve the collaboration with the team, so that I can have meetings with my colleagues to improve the collaboration and be on the same page with them in case we are working in projects and initiatives together. As I have said, I can protect time and book some time for myself, so that I can book some time to reply to emails so that no one can distract me. I can book some time for learning and etc. So I would like even to highlight one of the most important features available in the Viva Insights, which is the virtual commute, where you can end your day peacefully. So the virtual commute will be your personal assistant. So it will ask you at the end of the day about your tasks, if they are done, if you can have a reminder about a specific task so that you can accomplish it tomorrow or even next week. So it's like a wrap up for the day, going forward all of the tasks that you have. So the virtual commute includes many parts. And in addition to this part, we can go forward to the meetings. So in case I have received many meetings invitations and I didn't reply to them, I can directly reply to them from the Viva Connections. So it's like a wrap up for the day related to the tasks, related to the meetings, and etc. So from its name, it's a Viva Insights, personal insights. So I can have, for example, personal insights related to meetings, so that I can get to know what are the meetings that I have consumed with my customers, and even the meetings that I have consumed with my team. And I can even move forward to know how can I improve my meetings. So for example, it's giving you an insight that last month, 25% of my meetings did not include an agenda. So it will be giving you insights to increase your productivity and to have a more effective meetings. So another type of, or another side from the personal Viva Insights, it's a daily briefing. It will be as an email. So you will be receiving an email at the beginning of the day that includes the important reminders that are coming from Cortana, which is your personal productivity assistant. So you can move forward, scroll down to see the meetings that you have, to reschedule them, the tasks, so that you can get to know and start fresh about the tasks that you need to accomplish at the beginning of the day. In addition to that, we can go to the monthly digest. So you will receive an email at the end of the month so that you can get to know some insights about your performance across all the month so that you can increase your productivity looking forward. Last part about Viva Insights, which is related to the well-being. So in case you are working after the working hours and you are sending an email to some of your colleagues, either internally or externally, so Viva Insights will give you or will send you a message that it's better to delay sending this email so that it will be in their working hours. So this is the last part of the Viva Insights. So now I will start with Viva Topics, but before that, just to remind you, if you have any questions related to Viva Insights or Viva Connections till now, just feel free to put it in the chat or even hold it till the Q&A so that we can answer your question. So the Viva Topics, it will help us to overcome the challenge that say that employees are spending an hour each day to find information and even to recreate information. So the Viva Topics is the solution where the knowledge will come to us rather than we are going to the knowledge. So in the place of work, in the flow of work, either you are working in the Office documents or even in the Teams or SharePoint, and you have passed by a specific word that you are not aware about, you can press on it or hover over it, and it will send you a topic card that includes an overview about the topic, which includes the alternate name and even the details, the people related to the topic, and even the suggested resources, and even the related topics. So in this case, the knowledge is coming to you rather than you are searching for the knowledge. You can press on view details, and this will take you to the topic page. So all of the knowledge will be organized in topic pages. So this will help us to turn all of the content that we have in the organization in a usable knowledge. So let me take you through a click through so that you can get to know Viva Topics more. So as we have said, Viva Topics is available in the flow of work, in SharePoint, in Teams, in Connections, in Office documents. So I will start with an example about having the topics available in Viva Connections. So this is the Viva Connections that we have just covered. It is the one-stop shop that I was telling you about so that we can keep our employees connected. So we can see that we have a Mark 8. I'm not aware about this topic, so I can just press on it or hover over it. And in this case, it will show me the topic card that I was telling you about that includes the alternate name of Mark 8, the details, the people related to the topic, and even some resources that I can utilize. If I have pressed on the view details, I will be directly reflected to the topic page where I can see the full details related to the topic. So that is the topic page that includes the details, the pinned files and pages, and some suggested files and pages, in addition to the sites related to this topic. And you can even see a topic map so that I can see the topics related to my topic. Now, let me give you another example for the Viva Topics in the Microsoft Office apps. So you are working in a document that has been already stored in SharePoint or even the Microsoft Teams. And you have seen Mark 8, the same example. Once you press on it, you can press on search Mark 8, and it will show you a topic page in the flow of work. And if you are interested to get to know more about the topic, you can just press on the topic card and it will directly take you to the topic page itself. So topics and search. So in case you are working in office.com, okay, you can just, once you press on, or once you'd like to search for a specific topic, you will be able to see this topic. In case it has been saved as a topic, you will be able to see it as a topic card in the Microsoft search. So the same experience, the name, the alternate name, the details, the people related, and you can even press on see more. So that was all of the details that I wanted to cover for today in terms of Viva Topics. Just one more time, if you have any questions, any inquiries, just put them in the chat box and I will make sure to answer them one by one. So the last module for today, the last challenge that we would like to overcome using the Viva Learning, which is how to upskill and make the learning as a part of the day. So thus, just start from the beginning. Our CEOs and the majority of them worldwide are really concerned about that their employees and their workforce are not empowering themselves, are not upskilling themselves, or not, they are not learning something new each day that will really affect their work daily. So here it comes for the Viva Learning, where we can have all of the learning content available in one place in the Viva Learning. The great thing about that the Viva Learning is accessible in the flow of work, where you can put it in Microsoft Teams. And once we upskill our employees and make the learning a part of the day, this will directly reflect and will directly impact their working and their productivity in the organization. So let me start with a demo or a click through so that you can get to know Viva Learning more. So starting with the first section where we can add Viva Learning as a tab. So I'm currently in Microsoft Teams. I would like to press on the plus so that I can add Viva Learning as a tab. So I can give this tab a name and I can even choose the courses that I would like to have in the Viva Learning. So I can just press on those tick boxes and then press save. So this will set up a tab in my team so that my colleagues will be able to just directly press on the tab itself and start learning on the courses related to our team directly. In case I'm a manager, I can recommend some courses to my colleagues, and even I can manage those recommendations later on. So once you press on recommend, I can just recommend a specific course to one of my colleagues. I can add a note and I can give it a due date. And once I press recommend, the other colleague will receive an email or a notification that he should take this course and he should finish it before the due date. And in case, for example, I would like to manage my recommendations, I can press on manage recommendations and take a look at the courses that I have recommended for my colleagues. I can press on check status and I can take a look about each course and each person and their progress in this specific course. So this will help the managers to manage the recommendations that they have did to their colleagues. Now I would like to cover the Viva Learning as an application in Microsoft Teams. So I can add Viva Learning as an application in the Teams apps bar to the left. So once I add it and I pin it to myself, this will be the main experience where I have a banner that includes some courses recommendations that I can take a look at. I can see and take a look at the assigned courses. And this is the course that one of my colleagues and my manager has recommended the course for me with a due date. I can even scroll down to take a look at the recommended courses for myself and even the courses that I have bookmarked for myself so that I can take a look at, or even the recently viewed in my organization. And later on, I'll be able to see the courses in groups. So I can see the full courses for the LinkedIn Learning. I can see the full courses related to Microsoft Learn in one place or one category. I can even move down to see Microsoft 365 training and even other learning providers such as Skillsoft, edX, or even Coursera. So this is the place where you can have all of the learning content in one place, and keep in your mind that you can even customize the learning and add the customized learning in the organization in the Viva Learning. So just keep in your mind that Viva Learning is giving you the same experience that you have in the other applications. So this is a LinkedIn Learning course. I'm opening it through my Microsoft Teams, through the flow of work, and through the Viva Learning. And I'm getting the same experience of the LinkedIn Learning, where I can see the list of sections available in the course. I can move it forward, move it back, or even insert the captions, make it as full screen, or even utilize the settings available. So I would like also to cover how you can access the Viva Learning content from the Microsoft 365 through doing a search. So this is the Microsoft 365. All you need to do is to go to office.com, microsoft.com. You can put your credentials, the username and the password, and you will be able to see the search bar available on the top. So once you press a specific word, you will be able to see all files, sites, and now you have the Viva Learning, where you can see the courses related to the topic that you have searched on the office.com. So last but not least, in the Viva Learning, where you can suggest the courses to your colleagues. So for example, I'm in a chat. I can see the Viva Learning application below. Once you press on it, I can suggest a course to one of my colleagues. Once I press on it directly, it will be sent as a message, and I can add my note before sending it to my colleague. So this is mainly the Viva Learning, and this is mainly all of the Viva modules that I wanted to cover for today. Now I would like to pass it back to Izzat so that he can give us his recommendation in case one of you or even the organizations would like to deploy the Microsoft Viva. What is the proper way for the Viva deployment? So back to you, Izzat.
Thank you so much, Abdullah, for all these insights and the useful information that you have shared. Just to come back on the win-win situation, I mean, it's so important today to look at the employee experience because it is obviously important for the profitability of the company to drive bottom line and all of that. So really, here we're talking about the tool, but it's also the whole concept of improving employee experience is very important. So what we recommend now, if you think, you know, I mean, if you want to start this journey and you're wondering, you know, how to start, what should I do? All of that looks so interesting. How can I do it for my company? So here we are. I mean, our role is to simplify that process for yourself and help you in this journey. So keep in mind when you're looking at these kind of implementations that first is before we engage, we need to look at your environment. We need to analyze, you know, how is the culture, the different personas, the use cases specific to each of your organization. So help you in drafting a plan for these kind of deployments. Second of all, I think as you have seen, Viva is very rich and has a lot of modules and different features that you can benefit from. So it's important to go through a proper evaluation of the tool through demos, proof of concepts, scoping workshops, all of that. So preparing the ground for this implementation is very important, and we highly recommend that before we start touching any the technology itself. The second point where we see is, I mean, the onboarding. So of course there are licenses. I think some of the questions are already being asked about licenses. There is two parts of the deployment. So there is the technical deployment, so setting it up, implementing it, turning different features on, adding it to teams, pinning, and all of that. but more importantly is the adoption and change management around these solutions. So as you can see, those are new solutions, new way of thinking, new way of benefiting from the insights, new way of looking at well-being and how it is impacting profitability and productivity and efficiency and all of that. So it's not something that we've been used to do, and it's very important to help the end users adopt to those new technologies and make the most out of those new technologies. So we will be, it's important to enable a manager, for example, on how to understand those analytics, how to action on those analytics. It's important to enable an end user on how to use the personal insights and take actions. So because these are new available set of data and new available analytics to the users. So that's very important to consider. And after the engagement, it's important to keep to have access to support, have access to answer questions on how to do this, how to do that, and so on. So this is also important to keep in mind for successful deployment, is the reinforcement phase, how to make sure that they are continuously using and they are benefiting and achieving the goals that we are talking about. So this is kind of those are recommendation phases, and of course, as Cloud for Work, we're happy to help you at all stages of that. So I just wanted to cover a little bit on the deployment. Now, as next step, I mean, we're almost coming to the end of the online event, but we wanted to highlight to you that we are offering consultancy for all of you attending today's online event, and that the consultancy is to help you brainstorm, have access to our consultant, brainstorm on how would you start this journey, what are the challenges, how do you tackle it, how do you do it in your organization, and so on. So you can contact us from your contacts, or you can send us an email to connect@cloudforwork.com. Of course, the event has been recorded, and we will share the recording on our LinkedIn page as well as directly to the attendees if you want to share it with anyone else in your organization. And we will also have it on our website. And we encourage you also to go to our website to look at all the online events that we have done in the past. You can watch them as well. So now I think we just reached to the Q&A, and I think we have so far an interesting set of questions. And Abdullah, I'm gonna go through the chat. If you have more questions, feel free to post them now. We can take your questions. So the first question is from Saad, and he's saying basically it can be referred as advanced SharePoint or intranet version. I think maybe this is specific to Viva Connections.
Yes.
Go ahead, Abdullah.
Yes, this is right. So I believe in SharePoint, you have different experiences available. You have the classic experience and you have the modern experience. So I believe the SharePoint was here from the beginning for many years till now, but the users are not really using or adopting this environment or this, let's say, one-stop shop. So what we are helping, or what we are currently providing as Viva Connections, as improved and enhanced experience in terms of Viva Connections. It might be similar to the modernized or the modern SharePoint available, but keep in your mind that this experience will include many more enhancements. As I have said before, you'll be able to brand, you can put your logos, you can change the colors, you can do some integrations. I know it's available in the SharePoint, but I believe this will be the future in terms of a one-stop shop to drive the usage and to make everything available in one place. So thank you for your question, Saad.
Thank you, Abdullah. So Saad, if you have any other question or you want to, you can put it in the chat. So the second question we have from Ahmed regarding insights. Who will have access to personal insights? I think this is a question about management.
Thank you for your question, Ahmed and Izzat as well. So the personal insights is only for the employee, him or herself. No one else will be able to take a look at them. So it will help you to improve your productivity and maintain the well-being. So your manager or even the top management will not be able to take a look at it. And even keep in your mind, even the manager's insights, if the department includes less than 14 employees, this manager will not be able to take a look at the manager's insights. So this is mainly available to protect the employees. So keep in your mind that this point has been taken into consideration from Microsoft and from Viva Insights as well. So thank you for the question.
Thank you, Abdullah. Next one from Rehan. I do not see the effective meetings tab in the Viva Insights space. Does it require any premium license, or is it a matter of just turning on the feature?
Okay, so Rehan, thank you for your question. Just to highlight something, Viva Insights includes many versions. Some of them are paid and some of them for free. So the personal insights currently available for free, the personal insights, while the manager's insights and the leadership insights are paid. So you need to pay the licenses for them. And in case you have a paid version and you don't have this tab currently available, I'm sure that it will be available very soon, because as I have said, Microsoft is working intensively through their roadmap just to enhance and push new features. So in the beginning, this tab was not available, but in case you have the paid version, I'm sure that you will be able to see it soon. Thank you for your question, Rehan.
Thank you, Abdullah. So Rina, we have, is Microsoft Viva like an advanced version of Teams?
Okay, so thank you for your question, Ari. So what I can see that they are better together. It's not about using either Teams or Viva alone. As you can see, the Viva is integrated in Microsoft Teams. This is number one. The Microsoft Teams is the application that can help you to chat with your colleagues, to conduct some calls, to use the applications that will help you to streamline your business processes, to organize your topics in specific categories and channels. So this is for Teams. The Viva is talking about something else, which is mainly related to empowering the employees in case or in terms of the challenges that the organizations are facing. So as we have said, in terms of people disconnections, we are providing them with Viva Connections. In terms of facing difficulties to find information, we are providing them with Viva Topics. In case of learning and upskilling the skills, we are providing them with Viva Learning. Insights for the people, managers, and leaders. So what I can see, there might be some similarities, but what I can see that they are better together, that can help the organization to better achieve the business results, but at the same time to provide the employees with the tools that they need. So thank you for your question, Ali.
Great. From Bashar, so he's asking about, is Microsoft Viva a paid product? What are the licenses model?
Okay, thank you for your question. I think by that I need to open
if you have, while he's opening the page, if you have more questions, feel free to have them on the chat, and we can stay over to answer all your questions. No worries.
Okay, so let me show you the pricing plan. So this is the Microsoft Viva. You can take the full Microsoft Viva, includes all of the modules for $9 per user per month. But if you don't want to have that, you have different versions available. For example, the Viva Connections, it's already included in your license that you are currently having in your organization, even without having or without the need to pay for the Viva Suite. So the Viva Connections is currently available in your license. So this is for the Viva Connections. For the Viva Learning, it's available partially. So in case you would like to access the Viva Learning, you can access the top 125 LinkedIn courses, LinkedIn Learning courses for the current license that you have. You can have access to the Viva Learning in Microsoft Teams. You can, for example, share some of the courses with the colleagues. But in terms of courses, recommendations, and tracking, and the integration with other partner content providers, integration with the LMS that you currently have, or even other features, they are currently not available. So as you can see, the Viva Learning is partially available in your licenses, but in case you'd like to have the full Viva Learning, you need to pay for the suite. Coming to the Viva Insights, as I have said, this Viva Insights for the personal insights, they will be available, okay? The premium personal insights are not available currently in your licenses, so you need to pay for the suite. The managers and leaders insights are not currently available for your version, so you need to have the Viva suite. So as you can see, each module have its own criteria and has its own condition. So the Viva Topics, as you can see, it will be fully available in the Viva suite. So it's currently not available for the normal licenses. So hopefully I have answered your question, Bashar. Thank you so much for the question.
Yeah, and also, I mean, if you have any licensing question, any time, we'll be happy to help you with that. I think our last question is about the video and the presentation. As we said, we will be sharing the link of the recording on our LinkedIn page, and we'll send it also to all attendees. So feel free to share it with anyone else in your organization. With that, we have, unless someone wants to drop a last question here, but we have reached the end of the questions. And I think maybe we're also slightly over time, but if you want us to stay online, we're happy to stay, so you can drop us a question and we're happy to answer that. If not, I think it's a great time to close the event. I'd like to thank you all for attending. Thank you for being in our journey of event online. So we're happy that we have so far delivered 15 online events, and we're continuing the journey of sharing information, sharing best practices, sharing tips and tricks. So stay tuned on our channels, and you'll receive invitations for the coming event, which is scheduled in 3 weeks from now. So thank you again for attending. Thank you, Abdullah, for a great presentation, a lot of insights, a lot of learnings, and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Izzat. And from my side, I'd like to thank you all for joining. Until the next time, have a great day ahead.